For a short, quick second. Yes, indeed. I gotta put on. Look, I have to talk like this for a reason. You know, I don't want to offend anybody about what I'm finna say. But these funeral homes, these funeral homes are trash. They need to get it together. They are collecting all of these checks, but when it comes to this audio, get the speaker together. When I tell you, when people, and I know people can sing, some of them, not all of them, but when people were singing, oh my goodness, when they was going up in the upper register, going high, it was a little affecting my eardrum. And it was, you know why? Because of the speaker. And I was just like, oh my goodness, somebody in the back fix it. Hurry up and fix it because you're ruining the service. You know, and like I was saying, I'm back, Quinn. I'm back. Yeah, I was just so irritated because you had people, Now, you know what? I'm not bashing anybody's service. I'm bashing the funeral home. The funeral homes are sorry. They are. That's why I told you guys to put me in the backyard, roll me on up. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have it written down. I'm serious. I'm gonna have it written down because I do not want my family going through and doing all this other extra stuff when they ain't got to. So I want to be in the backyard, and I don't mind being back there. I don't. I ain't lying to you. I don't mind being back there. And folks don't read. They keep coming down the dead end street. Look. That goes to show how much folks really don't pay attention to things. But I was paying attention in that funeral home, and I was sitting down. But it just amazes me how people are, well, really how an establishment like that, it got two establishments, actually, to be exact, and they can't get it together. Like, what the hell? But at the same time, they want you to pay your money, you know, to put your loved one away nicely. Mm, I'm shocked. And then, let me tell you this. This is what I didn't like either. This is what I didn't like this at all. I'm telling the truth, and I ain't putting none of this on you. All of a sudden, once once the family cars get here and everything like that, they get in there. But they did not even have an escort. They could have had a police. Well, look, the limo was the escort. I ain't lying to you. The limo was the escort. And I'm busy right now. Oh my goodness. I can't stand when people call me. I'm busy. I'm busy. They gotta wait. I'm gonna call them back. I'm gonna call them back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Why are people doing this? Can they wait? They got to wait. Oh my goodness. But it's all right. Well, yeah, they didn't even have an escort, and that was like trash because it's like I don't give a damn what the circumstances is. At least have someone out there, out there that can guide traffic. If it wasn't people, if it wasn't people, if it wasn't for people putting their lights on, hell, ain't no telling what could happen. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But they also want to come off as if this is just a family business and we're gonna just take this. We are so. I hate when they do this too. That loving, caring stuff. You don't care about my loved one. You just only want that damn check, and you gonna tell me all the sweet this and that, and the nothings and that. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's why I don't like going to funerals like that, because I feel like a lot of the stuff that you hear, you're gonna hear it over and over and over again. Like, so I'm gonna give you a heads up. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna save it. Like I said, roll me up in some sheets and throw me in the back of throw me a little in the hole in the back, cover me up. Hell, I won't know. I won't know nothing about it at all. Yeah, I won't be tripping at all. I will not be tripping at all. No, look, why would I? I'm saving y'all some money. Hell, y'all gotta look out for y'all. So shit, I want y'all to look out for y'all. Don't worry about me. I'll be all right. I'm not gonna look. This is just a rental right now. What I'm in right now is a rental body. I ain't gonna lie to you. Mm-hmm. I ain't lying. That's why I don't be giving a damn about that. But anyways, yeah, it was just tack. Well, I feel like that 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 funeral home is tacky. It's very tacky to me. Like, they service is tacky. They was even tacky. They was even tacky when we was using them. Look, we used them, and they asked us. They're gonna have the nerve to put the sunrise and the sunset at the same date. Are you serious? Why would you do that to someone's service? Why would you do that? They did that to my grandmother. Hold on, you guys. But yeah, they asked us have the same date. Who in the hell is doing that on the sunset? I could see it on the sunrise. That's when they was born. But on the sunset, how dare you put their birthday? How dare you? And they gonna try to hell, and then look, they gonna have the nerve to try to print some more. That in the right how they tried to print some more papers, or obituaries, it's saying it the right way. Yeah, I'm like, it's too late for that. The service is over. You could have said that if you asked me. I ain't lying. It's the truth. And that happened for real. That's what a funeral home did to us. Yes, indeed. They did that to us. hmm That's why I say roll me up in a ditch. I mean, roll me up and put me in a little pile somewhere in the backyard, a little hole somewhere. Look, I'll be helping Mother Earth out. All the little organisms down there, they'll eat my ass up and, whatever come by. Maybe hopefully no rats or nothing like that come digging me up or any. Well, they may chomp on me too. Everything. Ain't no telling what is out there that can sniff and dig and all that stuff. So hell, I'll just be smithereens, after a while. And I won't give a damn about it because I won't know nothing about. I won't know nothing about it because you know what? I'll be asleep. And you know what, you guys? I'm gonna tell you guys this too. One time I had a dream of a loved one that passed away. That was close to me. And what happened in that dream? It was a situation. Well, I would say the reenactment of what happened to this loved one that passed away. It happened again in the dream. And what else? Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I had to. Sometimes you have people walking back and forth, and you don't want them hearing what you're talking about. But yes. After I seen the same scene, being reenacted again, the person woke up in the dream saying that was one hell of a dream, as if they didn't, just pass away. They was on the table, dead, but they end up waking back up and saying that was one hell of a dream. And I would never forget that. It's kind of spooky a little because, but like the Bible says, the dead is asleep. But that's what someone that I know of that passed away, that I was very close with. That's what they said in the dream. She was like, "That was one hell of a dream." Just after she done passed away, she woke back. It just seemed like her spirit came back in her body, and that's what she said. That's one hell of a dream. I ain't lying to you. I don't mean to scare nobody, but that's the truth. That's what happened. So that's what I believe. You better believe in the word, you guys. Well, I know some of my people believe out there, not all of them, but the same ones, and not and maybe not. But I would say shoot, some of them not. Some, it goes both ways. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I hope you guys are believers, cause I don't want you guys to miss out, cause I believe. Yes, indeed, and we shall meet again. We shall reunite with all of us with our loved ones one of these days. But but you know what? I don't want my corpse with no raggedy funeral home. I don't. I don't. No. Especially after I seen that a video on Facebook, they had bodies in a building, and then they had people working at the building while the dead bodies was in the back, all dressed up and stuff. Like, oh my goodness, that's how they do they people. Oh my goodness, just leave them out. They supposed to zip them up, put them in a body bag, put them back in the freezer or something. Or well, I don't know how the funeral home does it, but I know they supposed to cover them up with something, with a sheet, a thick sheet or something, or some type of comforter. I don't know. But yeah, having people out like that, wow, they don't give a damn, and that's sad. You know, that's sad. I hope in the near future they get. I hope it ain't. I hope all funeral homes ain't like that because shit, just because they look nice on the outside don't mean they gonna be. They don't mean they. It doesn't mean that they are going to be treating your loved ones on the inside with grace and respect. I ain't lying. I, I don't put it past none of these money hungry. Look, it's just another business. to get your money. They don't tell them how much they getting them caskets for. And they be getting them on the low since it's in the hood. You know, they be having a lot of. They would have. Look, they be trying to. Oh, I ain't gonna. Even, I can't even go into that. But y'all, I'm sure some of y'all know out there how they do. All right, really, they people. They do. But other than that, it was a beautiful service. It was a beautiful service. Almost made me want to look. It ain't gonna lie to you. It almost made me want to go to church. But I will be watching church at the house. Yes, indeed. Or better yet, I can have some praise and worship at the house. Okay, have a little time, a 2 hour time, or three. It depends on how I feel, or it depends on whatever touched me in my spirit to give God more of His time, than giving the world, a little bit of my, well, a lot of bit, a whole lot of bit of my time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a work in progress, trying to change things up. But you guys, it's been real. Thank you guys for coming through, and please like the video on the way out. Hell, I'm not getting paid. And look, and I damn sure ain't begging. I wouldn't do that. My pride too high for that. I ain't no. Nope. But on that note, you guys, y'all be blessed and not stressed, and continue to pray over yourselves. Peace, and we will chat again. Look, I holla.